Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chell and this is Chell. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chell and this is Chell Reads a Bit. Today I'm going to be bringing you a large-ish book haul of all the books that I've gone since I've gone to Thailand at the end of August. So there's quite a few books here. It's up until now, as of recording this, it is December 12th. So I don't have my December adult fairy loot. So that's gonna just be included in the next round of book haul. I'm not doing book hauls every month. There's just no point. I'll probably just do them when I have enough to do a book haul. And I definitely have enough right now to do a book haul. So that is what we're gonna do. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what each book is about or at all, so just be aware. I probably don't know, for the most part, what every book is about, so I hope you enjoy it anyways. If you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and let's just get into it. I don't have any particular order. It literally is just what is near me, what I can get to, but there's quite a bit, so let's go. So first one that I see here is one that my boyfriend got me so kindly because he knows how much I love this book. And it's the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. It's like this interactive one that's illustrated that we got it at Kinokuniya. I'm trying to find the page. See, it's like I don't know if you can see it. It's like interactive. It's so cool. I'm excited to read this copy. I love it. I love it so much because Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass is my favorite stories ever. It's an all-time favorite. So I'm excited to have this copy, and he was so kind to get it for me as a gift. So thank you. I love it. So this is one of them. It's a theme for me to get a bunch of Alice copies. I have a bunch back in the US that I don't have with me. I might either rebuy them here or eventually have them sent over or something. I don't know yet, but I just love it. And on that same vein is another Alice copy. It's like this pretty, it's like not that extravagant of an edition, but it was a cute edition that we saw at Asia Books, and I loved it, and I got it because I'm a sucker for Alice edition. I've never seen this edition. It's another 150th anniversary edition. So I was like, you know what? It's nothing that special, but I've never seen it, and I want it. It's cute. So I got it. Another one that I got is Bullet Train by Kotaro Isaka, and it is we got this from Kinokuniya, and I know that there was a movie that came out with Brad Pitt. We're not going to talk about it. I am never going to see that movie. I would love to read the source material because I want to get more into translated fiction. I mean, I read manga and stuff, so it's not like I'm not good at that, but I really want to get into more Japanese literature. And I would rather read the source material with these characters the way that they're described here. And I was very intrigued. We went into Kinokuniya and I had no idea of getting this. But then I was like, you know what? I'm intrigued. I was really into trying to get into thrillers and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'll read the book. I'll not see that movie. I refuse, but I will read this book, so I'm excited to read it. Don't really know too much about it. I just know it's like 5 killers on a bullet train in Tokyo. So I'm excited. Next is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is like an international edition. It's like this big floppy paperback. It's like not the best quality, but I left my hardcover edition back in the US, and so I still wanted to read it, and I was like, you know what, I'll just get this edition. I didn't finish the book, so I figured I'll get it read it here. And I do like how floppy it is. I don't really care if it's like the best quality. It is what it is. I did start this back in the US, but I didn't finish it. So hopefully at some point I'll be able to do that. But I did get that. And then I also got The Well of Ascension by Brandy Sandy. And this is the second in the Mistborn trilogy, the first era. And I love these UK editions. I originally had the US editions. I don't have the first or the third because I read the first one back in the US with the US edition that I didn't bring. I mean, I don't like the covers of the US editions, but I did like annotate it a bit. But I'm still gonna get it in these editions because I love these editions. But I did get the second one because that's the one that I would be on now. So I'm excited to read it. I loved the first one. It was so good. It was my best books of 2021. But it broke my heart at the end. So I'm very hesitant to go into this book. So hopefully soon. I hope soon. And then to get the rest of the books in these editions, even like the Elantris and Warbreaker and stuff in these editions, I just think they're beautiful. I'm excited. I also got Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. Jess Owens from Jess Owens. She loves these books, and I've actually had my eye on them for a long time, but I just like really want to read it. She's always talking about the bromance in here, and I'm like, I really want to try it, so I had to buy it on Barnes & Noble because it's hard to find here. So I did get a copy of that. It was a little banged up, but oh well. But I'm excited. I don't know too much about it. Just two thieves who end up being, I think, framed for a murder. But I don't know. I'm excited to read it because Jess Owens is one of my favorite booktubers along with a bunch of others. But I love watching her. I'm a part of her Patreon. I'm just excited to read it, so hopefully I'll get to that at some point. Sorry if I'm not very good at these book hauls. I'm still trying to get in the hang of it, but we'll keep going. Then, along with the Michael J. Sullivan book on Barnes & Noble, I also got Oathbringer and Rhythm of War by Brandy Sandy. The third and fourth book in the Stormlight Archive, I already had the first two that I brought from the US. And I just love these US editions. They're big and floppy, and I'm just obsessed. They're so satisfying to hold. I'm excited to read them, but I definitely had to get the US edition, so I had to get them from Barnes & Noble. Shipping, oh my god. International shipping is a doozy, but I needed these editions, so I'm glad to have them. And then when the fifth one eventually gets released in the paperback, I'm definitely going to get that. So, excited to read these. So, we're going to go into some middle grade. Some of the booktubers that I really like watching, like Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin, Jade from J.D. Ray Reads. They read quite a bit of middle grade, and so I've gotten some recommendations for some middle grade to read. So, I decided to get like either the first book in a series that they really enjoy, or some of the middle grades that they really enjoy. And let's take a gander. So I know that they talk a lot about Sophie Anderson. So I got 3 of her books. I got The Girl Who Speaks Bear, The House with Chicken Legs, and The Thief Who Sang Storms. The only one I'm missing is The Castle of Tangled Magic. And I'm excited to read these because I know that they really enjoy Sophie Anderson. They really sing her praises. So I'm excited. I really wanted to get all of them and read all of them. I'm just missing the one, so maybe I'll do a video reading Sophie Anderson books. But I'm excited. I did want to make sure I got them because I kind of want to read them in publication order. So I'm excited. I know that Gavin really enjoys Sophie Anderson, and I think Jade from J.D. Ray Reads also enjoys it, so I'm excited. And I know that Gavin likes Cressida Cowell, who wrote How to Train Your Dragon, that series, and he's read her book, The Wizard of Wands, so I wanted to try at least the first book. I tend to want to get all of them, but I had to stop myself because I don't have an infinite income here. So I only got the first one to try it, because I did read the first How to Train Your Dragon book and loved it. It was so funny, it was so cute. There's still a sticker back here, we're gonna get rid of that soon. I loved it, it was funny. I made my boyfriend listen to it on audio. I do want to get all of those books to read, but I want the UK edition, so I just have to figure out how to get that. But I really want to try this because I really like the How to Train Your Dragons, at least the first one. So I figured I would try this one. Then I know for a fact Gavin's favorite middle grade series is Frost Heart, so I had to get it. My goal was to get all 3, but I was like, okay, I'll just get the first one and try out the first one and maybe a video, like some of his favorite middle grades, like the first book, and then eventually get the other 2. But I'm excited to read this. I know he loves these books. This is like one he has he recommended from the jump when he got the arc, and then when it came out, the second, third, it was beautiful to watch. But I'm excited to read it. He just makes it sound so cute, so heartwarming. I'm excited. So I hope to get to this one soon. Next is Starfell, Willow Moss, and the Lost Day. I know Pris from Pris Peruses read all of the books that are out in this series and loved it. I'm excited to read it. Surprisingly, Kinokuniya had the sprayed edge one, so I definitely had to get it. But I picked this up because she just loved it. She said there was good, like, grief representation in it, and I'm like, and she, like, cried. I'm like, oh. And she even said it was better than Keeper of Lost Cities, and me and Pris both loved Keeper of Lost Cities, so I'm really excited to read this. I only got the first one. Again, I'm going to try the first one and then get the other ones, so I'm excited. But I'm so happy I found the one with the sprayed edges, because that was important to me, because I would have just gotten it from Waterstones. But excited. You can't see my leaning tower, maybe, but maybe you can, but it's making me nervous. So since I did mention Keeper of Lost Cities, I might as well talk about the books that I got for Keeper. So like I said in my books that I brought with me video, if you didn't see that, I'll just reiterate. I wasn't able to bring all of my Keeper books. I only was able to bring 2, Lodestar and the 8.5, which is unlocked. And I'm going to be getting a new Lodestar copy at some point because I did kind of mess it up on the plane, but so I need to rebuy them. So we did go ahead and get the first one and the second one to replenish my collection, because I don't have all of them anymore. But when I first got here, we did get the last 3 because we figured that I should just get the ones that I needed in my reread. So we got these 3 when I first got here, like literally the day after we went out as a late birthday day. And my boyfriend got them for me. The only thing is that I'm gonna have to get a new flashback copy, because for some reason my copy is missing a whole page, like a whole page. So it goes 660, 661, and then 666, and then back to 663. And then once you get to 666, there is a 666. So I'm missing that page, and then there's 2 instances where the text looks like a code, even though I know for a fact that it's not supposed to. Here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If not, I'll put in a picture of it. That, like, here it's supposed to say something. It's like she's just like saying that there's a sign that it's not going to have a sign saying blank, blank, blank. And they put like this weird code thing. It looks like a code, but it's not. And so I'm going to need a new copy again of this. Thankfully, I do need to get like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th book. Right. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, and I'll have to get another 7. So it is what it is. It's more money, but I don't want this copy. I was just gonna like write it in and stuff, but I'm like, I don't want that, because I want to annotate these books, and it's just, I'd have to like print out a paper and put it in that page that's missing, and it's not for me, so I'm gonna get a new copy, unfortunately. But that is one of the copies that I got, so I just wanted to show it to you. But right now I am on my reread of Legacy, which is scary, because then that means I'm going to be moving on to the novella and then the 9th book. Which, since we're talking about the 9th book, I did get the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Stellar Loon, the 9th book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities, which I have talked about many a times of my excitement of it coming out, and it is finally here. It is beautiful. It is shimmery and shiny. I don't know if every edition is like this or just this exclusive, but it is beautiful. Even without that, it's beautiful, but with it, it is stunning. It is like the cutest edition ever. It's purple. It has that thingy, and then there's like this poster. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a short showing it off on my channel, so if you want to see it, you can take a gander at that. But yeah, I got the exclusive edition. I have not read it. Like I said, I'm on Legacy right now, and then I need to read the novella and then get to this. And I was nervous because there's a lot of things going on in this series. It's my favorite middle grade series, and I'm nervous. And I know after this, there's only one more book. It's hard, guys, but I love this edition. It's beautiful. I'm excited to read it. And you can call me crazy all you want after what I tell you right now, because you would think, I have this beautiful copy of Stellar Loon. That's all you need. What more could you possibly want? Another copy of Stellar Loon, because I want to annotate and highlight my paperbacks, and since it just came out, there's no US paperback edition. And so in like international copies, they do get paperbacks. So this is like a international sale only copy, so it's actually bigger. It's actually bigger than the normal US editions. I think it's because they don't sell sell hardcovers of them here, so they make these paperbacks to sell, because it does say for international sale only. So I was like, you know what, I don't care if it's a different size. I want a paperback for when I go and do my whole reread all over again, which you can call me crazy for wanting to do a 50 millionth reread. But this time I'm going to highlight, annotate, tab these books. And so I wanted a paperback because I didn't want to do it to my beautiful Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get this paperback. And since I'm international, I could get this paperback. So I'm excited. So I do have 2 copies of Stellar Loon. You can at me all you want. I ain't ashamed. I's happy. So excited to do that. I do have to get the other books to be able to do the whole thing, but I'm excited for that reread. Next is another middle grade series, a book that I put all my best books of 2021. And that is Amari and the Night Brothers. I originally was just going to get the Waterstones edition with the blue sprayed edges, but we would go to Asia Books and Kinokuniya, and we would see the hardcover, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I want the sprayed edition. But then my boyfriend picked it up one day, and we noticed that this is sprayed. It's like the shimmery silver sprayed edges, and I'm like, okay, I got to get it. And interesting enough, at Asia Books for hardcovers, they ask if you want it to be wrapped in plastic, like the cover. So it's like they wrapped it for me. I'm like, so they're preserving my book for me, and I'm like, it's great. I wish I could do it to all my books, but this is amazing. I love it. It is beautiful. She's beauty. She's grace. Oh, great book. I totally recommend it, by B.B. Alston. Just beautiful. I recommend it. I recommend it for adults. I recommend giving it to your young sibling. It is just such a good book. And so, of course, since I got this one, I was like, okay, so I got the hardcover, and then that means I can get the hardcover Waterstones exclusive edition with the sprayed edges. So that's what I did. I was like, it all worked out, and it's signed by BB. Like, can you see? Can you see? Again, she is beauty. She is grace. And I'm excited. I haven't read it yet. I want to do a reread of the first one before I go into the second one, but they just beautiful. They are just amazing. I'm just so glad that I got both of them, and they both have sprayed edges, and they're both beautiful, and I'm excited to read it. I'm excited. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. We're getting down to the last bit. This is long. Now we're on to the last middle grade that I have, which is a full series, and that is the Amelia Fang series. Yes, I know. Isn't it beautiful? So I was on the hunt for the Amelia Fang series, but in the sprayed edge editions, which I was actually able to find, funny enough, from Asia Books, but I was only able to find the first, third, 4, 5th, 6th, and 7th in the sprayed editions, and then I had to request for them to order the 5th, the 2nd, and the 5th. But of course, I think that the company changed or something for the publisher or something, so they didn't come sprayed. So you know what, I was like, okay, I'm going to just do it myself. So I just did it myself. It doesn't look as great as it could, but I was like, I don't want these 2 books to be the only white copies, like white pages that I've got. So I was like, I'll just do it. It is not a big deal. And they don't look too bad, but obviously they're not the colors that they're supposed to be, but I think it looks fine. I think it does what it needs to do. I just wanted them to be colors, just like the other ones. So I had to do that. Wasn't what I wanted to do, but I am not mad about it. They don't look too bad together, I don't think, so it all works out. The other ones are the original sprayed edges, so that's all that matters. I'm just happy I was able to find those, so I only had to do 2 of them, but I'm happy. I'm excited to read this. I know it's a cute middle grade by Laura Ellen Anderson, who also did Rainbow Grey. It's been recommended by Gavin and a bunch of other people that I've watched, so I'm excited to read it, and they're just beautiful. I'm excited to have them in my collection. And next is a YA series that I have read, and I did have copies of these back in the US, but I was like, I need to have copies here because I love this series, and that is the Lunar Chronicles series and the new the paperbacks that came out. I did have a set of these back in the US, but again, I didn't bring them, and I was like, I need them. I do have the original paperback editions, which I still have back in the US, which I will always cherish because I love those covers, but I do love these covers. So there's Stars Above. Winter is one of my favorite covers. It's beautiful. It's purple, my favorite color. Just, she's beauty, she's grace. Then Ferris. Crest. Scarlet. And Beauty as she is Cinder. My boyfriend did get those for me as a gift after my beautiful baby boy John passed away. He was kind enough to get those for me as a gift to make me feel better, so I do appreciate that. But now I do have these editions and I can read them because I do love this series. It's been a bit since I've read it, but I'm excited. They're not like the best quality ones. Like there's some, it's not cut properly, but I don't care. They're still beautiful, and I'm just happy to be able to read them. So I did get those. And of course, last but not least, the adult fairy loots that I've gotten. I do have shorts of them, so you would have already seen these, but I'm gonna go over them anyways because I did haul them. So the first one I got for August was Babel, which is beautiful. I'm not going to go too into it, but I did get Babel. It was the first adult fairy loot that I got, and I was excited. I knew it was going to be Babel. Excited. I'm excited to read it. I know some people love it, some people don't. I'm hoping to love it. And then September's was Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. Beautiful sprayed edges. Excited. Don't really know much about these books except for Babel because Jess Owens loves Babel, so I'm excited to read this because I know Pris from Pris Peruses really enjoyed this. She read it in her Wacky Witches vlog and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to get to this. In my short for this one, when I unboxed it, I said I was excited for it, but I'm not really that excited for it, especially upon thinking about it, and it's Poster Girl by Veronica Roth. It just doesn't seem like my kind of book. I don't really like the cover, and I'm not really into this eyeball. It's cool and everything, but it's like the only sprayed part, and it just doesn't appeal to me. I'll try it, but it's just not the one I'm like that excited about, you know? And last but not least is Dowry of Blood, which was the November book? Poster Girl was October. Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson is the November one. It is beautiful. Look at these sprayed edges. I love the sprayed edges. It's beautiful. I could do without the cover. It's a lot. I don't like red, but I'm excited to read this. I know Jess from Jess Owens, who I keep mentioning, also loved this book, so I'm excited to read it because of her. I love this. It's like the sprayed edges and stuff. It's beautiful. And the naked hardback is beautiful. I don't know too much about it. I kind of want to go into it blind, but I'm excited for this one. The only one I'm not really excited for is Poster Girl by Veronica Roth, so excited for this one. And those were all the books that I got since I've gone to Thailand. I don't think I've forgotten anything. It is quite a bit. This is a pretty long video, but I hope you enjoy. I went a little crazy. I didn't get my December Fairy Lou book box yet, so I don't know what that book is, and I don't have it to show you, so that'll be in my next book haul whenever I get around to it, but it'll probably come, you'll see it as a short when I do get it, so look forward to that. But that is all the books I've gotten since I've gone here. Definitely gonna probably get more at some point. Hopefully not as many so quick. But I feel like over the span of like 3 months, it's not too bad, right? Don't answer. It is what it is. But I'm excited to get to a lot of these books. And I hope you enjoy the video. Sorry it was so long. Sorry I'm not the best at book hauls. With time I will. I hope you enjoy. Anyways, if you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.